Have you ever noticed how everyone's chasing success, but no one can seem to agree on what it actually is? Some people want yachts, some people want peace and quiet. So, what is success, and how do you actually find it? Well, that's the question that I created this channel around, and I wanted to find out what it is with you. You and I both know that if you ask the internet, everyone's got the secret to success. Just wake up at 2:47 a.m., cold plunge until your soul leaves your body, microdose failure, eat the heart of a lion that you killed with your bare hands, scream affirmations at your vision board, and then build an empire on 3 hours of sleep and trauma. Bonus points if you call it a grind set and post about it from your rented Lamborghini. Apparently that's how legends are made now. But let's look past all the get rich tomorrow bullshit, where they're actually getting rich preaching to you how it's done. And let's look at the question itself. What is success? Is it making $1 million a year? Building a business empire from scratch? Or is it the single parent raising a kind, confident kid on a shoestring budget? Maybe it's waking up every day with a sense of peace, or just surviving a chapter of your life that tried to break you. The truth is, I don't think success wears one face. I think it wears millions. And the more stories that I hear, the more I'm starting to realize the people who actually make it rarely follow the blueprint. So, what is the secret to success? Well, that's where things get interesting. If you're like myself and have been searching for the secret formula to success, I have good news and bad news. The good news is, I've found it in a way, kinda. The bad news is that it makes absolutely no sense. On this channel so far, we've looked at a few individuals / companies. We've looked at Pedro Pascal, Rockstar Games, and Tom Hardy. So we've studied success. And this is real success. It's measured, or at least measurable. And what we've learned is that there's no clean-cut path. There is no secret door. There's no cheat code. There is, however, a weird pattern. And it usually starts with someone just dumb enough to believe their goal was possible in the first place. So let's start with the first ingredient, and that is delusional confidence, the kind of confidence that has no business existing. This is the kind that shows up to the audition, the pitch meeting, the boardroom without realizing they should probably be terrified. Pedro Pascal didn't even believe he belonged in lead roles. But he kept showing up anyway, not because he thought he was ready, but because not showing up felt worse. Rockstar Games, a bunch of British guys said, let's make a crime simulator and sell it to children. The world said, you probably shouldn't, and they said, we'll do it again, but bigger. And Tom Hardy? This man has taken roles that probably didn't even exist when he said yes to them. So you don't need to be the smartest in the room or the most talented. You just have to believe that you belong there long enough for everyone else to start wondering if maybe you do too. Next up in this so-called formula is luck and time, the two most frustrating ingredients in existence. I mean, if we look at someone who we've studied in the past, Pedro Pascal was out here doing side quests for 20 years before the Mandalorian dropped in his lap. Rockstar Games didn't blow up overnight. They gambled everything on a 3D open world back when it sounded like nonsense. And Tom Hardy accidentally entered a modeling contest, won it, that led to acting school, that led to chaos, and that led to Oscars. It's right turn, left turn, right turn, left turn. It's 100 of those or 1,000, and then you just end up where you are. You just hope that on one of those turns, it leads you to the right place. Here's the reality. You don't control the timing. You don't control the breaks. All you can do is stay in the game long enough for something to click. It's like waiting in line at the DMV, except the DMV is whatever your goal is. And no one tells you when your number is up. You just wait, and then your name's called. And when it is, you better be ready. Who knows if you'll get another shot? We found that rejection isn't a detour, it's part of the road. For example, Pedro Pascal heard no so many times he started to expect it. Rockstar got called a moral disgrace, and their response? Have a jetpack. Tom Hardy got kicked out of school, out of sets, out of his own head in a sense, and he just kept walking back in. The uncomfortable truth is that if you're not getting rejected, you're probably not trying hard enough to annoy someone in power. Success doesn't come to people who've never heard the word no. It comes to the ones who hear it, get pissed, and keep going anyway. So, what is the real formula for success? And for argument's sake, let's say there is one. I would argue that it has to do with dumb confidence, unhinged perseverance, endless patience, a sprinkle of luck, and a reason to keep going when everything sucks. Success doesn't look like a spreadsheet. It doesn't wear a tie. It looks like someone tripping up a flight of stairs and somehow landing on a throne. It doesn't make sense. But you don't need a perfect plan. You just need to stay in the damn fight. So, no. To be clear, there is no clean-cut formula, but if you've got a dream, some guts, and enough stubbornness to ignore reality, you just might make it. So, what is this secret to success? Everyone seems to be looking for it, and everyone seems to have an answer, but honestly, there isn't one. But if there was, it might just be this. Show up. Stay weird. Keep going. And what I mean by weird is that if you continue to do what average people do, what everyone else is doing, you are guaranteeing average success. You're guaranteeing the success that everyone else is getting. You got to be a little weird. You got to do something out of the ordinary. You have to put yourself out there and risk getting hurt, risk failure, and then get up and do it again and again and again. If it's building you, if it works, do it again. If nobody gets it, keep going. Nobody is going to get it yet. The truth is, you don't need permission to start. You don't need 1 million followers, a trust fund, or a 5-year plan. You need grit, you need curiosity, and you need to keep yourself moving forward, especially when it's messy and slow and painfully uncertain. You don't have to look successful right now. You have to keep building the kind of life that you don't want to escape from. That's it. That's the work. That's the win. I wish I could tell you that it was a simple thing that we've discovered on this channel so far, but it's not. Nothing. The story's all different. Everyone has a different story. Everyone has a different path. The common denominator that we found is that they were weird. They didn't listen to no. They kept going even when it seemed impossible. They believed. They were delusional. They believed so hard in their dream, in the success that they were chasing, that eventually they manifested it. If you believe in that sort of thing, it came true. That's it. That is the secret to success. That's what I found anyway. Everyone else seems to have an answer. If you like this breakdown, like it, subscribe, share it. I would appreciate that very much. Check out how Pedro Pascal fought for a shot, how Rockstar broke every rule, and how Tom Hardy punched his way through rock bottom. You'll find the videos on this channel. I find them very inspirational. I think that it tells a story of success and how different it is for everyone. How the impossible became possible for many people. And we're going to continue to look at this. We're going to continue to break down success. Maybe we'll find it. Maybe we'll find if what you do in X leads to Y. You know? Or X plus Y equals Z. Whatever the formula might be. Maybe we'll find that here. Subscribe. Find out. Remember, stay delusional, stay weird, and whatever you do, don't ask permission. Go do it. Listen, in case no one's told you yet today, I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.